Yeah, he did
'Cause-
end up dropping it.
Yeah, I dropped it because of, you know, that little thing, Saru, that I'm not supposed to say.
Oh,
Yeah, he
you
did.
did, didn't you? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
did. So technically, I mean, I'm not, I don't mind like struggling to give my scythe because of the hammer.
Okay.
He's
roll,
like pulling on it like it's Mjolnir.
roll a
Yeah.
strength check to try and get your scythe out from under the hammer.
All right, and it is D20 plus strength.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm really getting the hang of it. And that's an 11.
11. That doesn't work.
Hey,
Oh, I just unplugged my headphones. Give me 1 second. I'm looking for my bag of dice. Where'd they fucking run off to?
hey, I
This
got
is the
noodle
day
hands.
DM suffers.
I got noodle hands. Or
I
arms.
have no idea where my dice are. I got home like 20 minutes before we started this. I have no
Okay.
idea where my dice went.
There and up there.
Oh, there they are.
Found it.
Yeah, so you're struggling to lift up your scythe from the hammer that Dimitri put down on it, and now he's kind of just leaning up against a building, which, by the way, is partially on fire. And yeah, you're just struggling there. Have fun with that.
Dimitri's just laughing at him.
You want to help him, Dimitri?
No, he's just laughing at him.
Oh, I can't. Hello? Hello?
What's up?
Okay, I can hear you now. Awesome.
Okay.
Sorry, I was probably talking over one of you. My apologies.
No, actually, I don't
No.
think you
No,
were.
okay.
You weren't talking over anyone.
I couldn't hear anything. So yeah, you're just struggling with that.
Yep.
If we have nothing else to do here, are we going to accept or fight Jerry?
Elsie's on board with Jerry coming along.
I mean, I'm on board. I'm also on board with Jerry coming along.
I mean, I'm off in the distance. I'm not.
Yeah, you don't get a vote
Worry
yet,
about-
so don't worry.
Yeah, I won't worry about any of that. Just trying to
So
calm myself.
Jessica, are you gonna try and fight Jerry now?
I wanted to slap him so he knows I can hit him, and then leave it at that.
Okay,
but-
you can duck around the guard captain and try and slap him if you want. Or sorry,
Yeah,
guard lieutenant.
I'm gonna try and slap him.
Remember, you get disadvantage against any rolls against him.
And that's fine. Okay.
I forgot about that.
Remember, don't forget about the bells.
Wait, I don't even need to slap him. I have an attack that can automatically hit him.
Not with this rule set. You're still gonna have to roll an attack roll.
Remember, it's Jerry. Jerry is OP.
Yeah, but he also can't
Yeah,
hit you
it's
back.
how-
I'm just aiming to poke him with my rapier. That's what we're going with.
Poke him with the. Okay.
Poke him with the
I'd
rapier.
like to point out he has 12
Wasn't your rapier
HP.
taken away?
That's fine. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna be hitting him. Be glad I had this. I don't.
It was
hit
a disadvantage, so yeah, you ain't hitting
him.
him.
9. I ain't hitting him.
9's the total.
I
No,
knows
no
I will
additives.
try. He
9's the
knows I
total?
will try. Yeah, he
Okay.
knows I will try.
Okay, so you duck around the guard captain. She attempts to stop you.
I'm just aiming, like, I know I'm not gonna hit, so I'm like, if I miss, I'm aiming to, like, play it off as a, yeah.
What's your
I ain't
AC,
gonna,
Jessica?
I'm not hitting this time. Ah, fuck. 14.
14?
Yeah. Just play it off as like, I'm
Okay.
not gonna hit you, but I could. Yeah, totally. So
So,
he can hit
let
you.
me grab these. That's one.
Fucking Jessica's being tackled into this fucking pool, into this fucking
Three.
fountain. God damn.
Oh, I'm missing. Where is my 1, 2, 3? Where's my other? Should have one
It's
more.
how many fucking dice are you getting? Jesus Christ.
Enough.
Okay, so either Jessica's getting knocked
How much
the
HP
fuck
do you
out.
have?
Fucking 55.
55. Okay, that should be enough.
That should be enough.
Two,
Fucking hell. I'm being tackled into this
9,
fountain. What
12.
the fuck? Oh my god. Okay.
I said 12, so that's 13, 15,
Oh god.
17.
We could just play it off as me missing and me
No,
purposely totally missing. But
Okay.
no, fucking.
that's 17 plus 12. That's 20 what?
Oh god.
17 plus 12. It's 29,
shit.
30.
Fuck.
I'm just,
Fucking.
You
just
take
knock
34
unconscious.
points of damage.
Oh!
As you
Damn.
as you dip around the guard captain, she without guard lieutenant, she without unsheathing her weapon, pulls the full weapon and sheath out as fast as you move, and she jams the first attack into your solar plexus, then sweeps your legs out from underneath you, forcing you prone, and then holds the sheath with the weapon in it on your throat and just shakes her head at you and goes, I told you not, or I didn't say not to, but I thought stepping in front of him would have been enough indication to tell you to drop it.
If you're gonna choke me, do it in bed first.
She presses down harder, and you no longer can breathe. And you take an additional 3 points of damage. And she goes, if I let go of this, will there be any more sarcastic retorts?
Nope.
You just shake your head. No, you cannot breathe right now, which means you
just
can't.
like just shake my head no.
Okay, she lessens the pressure on your throat, and goes, I hope you're done now. Now, we need to get moving, and if we don't, people are going to actually die. She offers her hand to you to help you back up.
I take it and just stand up.
Good. We're all on the same page now. She smiles to you. It's the fakest smile you've ever seen. And she
I
goes...
give the same smile back.
She clasps her hand and says, good. Let us all get moving. And I will follow up with as many guards as I can spare as soon as I can. She looks around for Ignis and then shouts, Ignis, get your ass back here.
Oh, I forgot they vanished.
A part of me wants to do this, but I want Dimitri to like look at, just kind of be like, should I?
I nod. I don't know what you're planning, but I nod.
I cast Death Toll onto Jerry.
Okay, what does Death Toll do?
It's pretty much the death domain. Hold on, let me fucking look at it.
Today is the day Jeffy dies.
Why are we trying to kill Jerry? We love Jerry. What the fuck
The
is
target
going
must
on?
succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 1d8 necrotic.
The
But-
Bible must
Don't
continue.
you
Is,
go
is
higher
that
due to
is
my
that
level.
saving throw halved if he succeeds, or completely ignored if he succeeds?
Yeah, you must succeed on it. But I think since he's already taking damage, he'll take a different.
He has yet to
So-
take any damage,
Okay, then yeah, he'll take.
so he needs to.
Watch it be.
What's
Watch it
the
be 12. You just like.
what's the threshold on this?
16.
16.
He got that
Not
played, didn't he?
fucking 20.
Fuck.
Bro, Jerry's OP.
Holy shit! No way! Oh my god!
So all it sounds to him is he just hears bells.
Wedding bells.
He
Yeah, he
doesn't
just
know
hears
where
He
it
goes,
came
oh,
from,
I didn't
though.
know there was a marriage today.
What?
One day, Jerry, one day.
I can't believe you rolled a nat fucking 20. I'm still looking at
Because
it.
just so you know, it's like I would have been outright able to kill him.
Oh no, he has 12 HP, so...
No, I can use my channel divinity and just instantly kill him.
Oh, well yeah, no, he rolled a nat 20. It doesn't affect him at all.
Yeah, he's fine.
However, is this an area of effect?
No, I can choose it to hit more people, but no.
Okay, I'm just checking because there are a lot of people standing near Jerry right now.
So, Toll the Dead, only one person can hear it, except unless I cast it on multiple people. Because since I'm a Death Domain cleric, my cantrips can hit multiple people rather than just one person.
Gotcha. But it is targetable. Got it. Okay.
Yes. So if I don't want to target anyone else, I just don't. I can just do it on him. But yeah, if he fails, all he hears is just bells. So he doesn't know where it came from because he was like, oh, why are there bells?
Is this a magical effect that other people can see?
No.
No?
No. Only he can pretty much hear it, and that's it.
Okay. That changes what I was about to do then. Okay. The guard
Literally,
captain,
all that happens is if he fails, he's just like, why am I hearing bells? Because that's it. No one else can see.
Yeah, he goes, I didn't know there was a wedding today. Wait, the village doesn't have a church. What's going on?
You're hearing things. You're going insane, Joe. You're just hearing things.
The guard
Alfie's
lieutenant
just gonna try.
sighs and shakes her head and looks back to Jessica and says, if he doesn't make it back alive, I'm holding you personally responsible.
You can hold me personally responsible, but I can't make people hear shit.
She just stares at you for a while before wandering off and says, collect yourselves and get moving. And she just wanders off out into the village to recollect her men.
Just give Jerry a death stare. You're lucky this time, motherfucker.
Ignis, do you respond at all to the yell of to get your ass back there?
So what's happening right now in his head is everything that just transpired, and almost kind of like playing connect the dots in his head. He's trying to, like, it's just overstimulating him. He slows his breath, and he just like lets the surrounding nature take over him a bit, so he kind of like drowns out the yelling.
Okay, Michael, you can make another strength check now to pull the axe free, or the scythe free from the hammer.
Oh, yes, sir. Okay. Okay, it's a 17.
Okay, yeah, you
this
get
time.
it. You get it free this time. Your scrawny little arms, finally find the leverage to like you don't even lift the hammer off. You kind of just grab the handle of the scythe from as far back as you can and just leverage it from underneath the hammer, and remove the hammer from the scythe, and you can pick it up. And do you guys have anything else you want to do? Otherwise, we're going to say that we kind of reconvene and get moving here.
Dimitri walks over and just with ease instantly just picks up the hammer and puts it over his shoulder. And then just turns around and walks away.
We're gonna.
I just.
Alfie's just gonna check his ammo.
I just flip him Dimitri off.
Okay, fair enough. Elfie, you I believe have 2 shots left.
Okay.
You only used 2 shots during that fight, right? Or was it 3?
Believe?
I'll just say you have 2 shots. I don't give a shit. Since we're basically going to be going through a long rest between now and the next scene, we're all good.
Long rest?
Yeah?
Yay! I'm so happy. Sorry, I'm at 25 HP.
Well, Jessica...
You're at 25, I'm at 6.
I'm gonna ask some of the magical party members if they, before we take a long rest, if they'd be able to recharge the other 2 crystals.
If they agree, yes, they can, and they'll get their spell slots back. So, but we're not there yet. But is anybody else doing anything here before we move on?
Well,
Nothing. On my end,
I'm not
all
doing
good.
anything. I've already flipped Dimitri off, so I'm satisfied.
Ignis, any last comments on your meditations?
He just finds a sense of ease and peace as he's finally gotten to where he is. his anxieties don't overfill him, his memories don't overfill him, and he just gets up and just walks over to Jessica, and I apologize about my outburst.
And Dimitri takes his bells back from his.
Jessica, do you respond? Bailey,
Jess?
you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm good. Yeah.
Okay. Then we are.
Oh, you're not gonna respond to me? Okay.
Sorry, I did not hear what you said.
I said, I apologize about my outburst. No one should go through this ever.
It's not the
First way
first
from their
time,
home.
so it's all good. We both know each other's shit. Well, you know more about my shit than I know about your shit, but still, it's all good. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
All
Then
right.
we are going to move on. You guys reconvene. You guys have your gold that I've given you, and we are going to move on. And we're going to go over here.
Pretty sure Jessica was probably the only one who would be able to recharge the other 2 shots. I will ask if Jessica agrees.
Yeah,
to
no,
that.
actually, you're right. Technically, Dimitri can too, but there's issues with that specifically.
That's a lot of green.
Yeah, that's the forest.
Holy
I
shit.
just
That's a weird forest.
yeah, it's just the
I was
outline.
zoomed
of
out,
it.
all I saw was black, and I was just like, what the hell am I looking at?
Yeah, I'm moving us over to the world map.
Okay.
Here. So the big black
Oh, that's
dot
so tiny.
is Avant-Gran. The little red dot is the village you guys are in, and the yellow circle is where excuse me. Is the search area.
Okay.
For the enemy camp. But from the information you collected, you know that it is pretty much in the forest, which really cuts that search area in half.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're saying is it's in there somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is a whiles away. It's going to take you more than 1 day to get there. So you guys convene at the edge of the village, and you guys get all together. You know, you are an adventuring party. You've been together for a couple of months, so you kind of got the routine down, and you head off after in the direction that was indicated for the camp that the Kodgatch came from. And you guys walk a long ways, and do you guys want to do anything while you're walking towards the forest?
I'm trying to think.
I feel like I need to say this, so I'm gonna say it. I find a stick and hit my shadow. I had
You
to.
by his own shadow. Wow.
I found a very good stick and hit my shadow. That's all.
While he's hitting his shadow, I cast Thaumaturgy on him to make it appear like the shadow's screaming.
Right.
And I began like talking to my shadow, thinking it's alive, and apologizing.
Zoe, I've got a question. Can I, I'm going to fulfill everyone's childhood dream. Can I roll perception to find a stick that looks like a gun?
Sure, roll perception.
Hey, are we just killing shadows now?
Although
I'm with children.
I was about to say you don't know
18.
what a gun is, but actually no, you would, because there are magical gun-styled weapons here. So
The god.
Yeah, 18.
18, you
Yeah.
find a not perfect, but
They never are. So.
but damn near close to perfect gun-shaped stick. It even has the little like back end for the striker hammer. It basically looks like one of Elfie's magic guns. It's round, but the handle is kind of flat on both ends. And yeah, you find your gun-shaped stick.
I am now keeping this. I just put it. I just keep hold of it. walking
Okay, you
around.
can add gun-shaped stick to your inventory if you'd like.
This is Ignis's life right now. He's just thinking, what have I done? What have I done?
Okay, so you guys get you guys get just into the search area by the end of the day as night's falling. I'll put the blue dot here. You guys get just into the search area as night falls. What's up?
I was just gonna say that Elfie is just going to load the fire shot into Shine and the acid shot into Shadow.
Okay. And it's now late enough that with night falling, not only is it going to get much more dangerous, remember, this is the era of wilds. There are many beasts out at night.
Wait, I thought it was the era of blood.
This is the
No,
transition period.
Oh.
Yes, this is not the era of blood yet. It'd be a very different campaign if that was the case.
We haven't leveled up yet, mate. We ain't there yet.
Nope.
Yeah,
So
you ain't
during
there
the-
yet.
Yeah, during the era of wilds, there are unknown horrors out in the wilds, which is where the name comes from. So as soon as night falls, it not only just becomes necessary because you were fighting all day and then walking all day, but it becomes necessary to stop and make camp where you can in a safer area and set up your quote-unquote defenses. It's not too dangerous in this area, but it's still worthwhile to keep track of what's going on around you. You quickly together work and build a fire. Unfortunately, you didn't think this would be an overnight trip, so you didn't bring any like tents with you, so you'll be sleeping under the stars.
For anyone who's watched Atlantis: The Lost Empire, Dimitri digs himself a hole like he's Mole.
Oh, cool.
Damn.
Yeah, so Dimitri's digging a hole. Some of you are setting up the fire. You light it. And by the time you get your preparation ready, you find a couple you set up near a couple fallen logs for seats and stuff, and one of you just happens to have a pot on you that was supposed to be Crox's job. He was the camp cook, but since he's not here, I'm just transferring it to any one of you guys who wants to bring it up, take up the mantle.
I'll take it. Fuck it.
Okay.
Yay, Jess! Don't fuck up the food.
And you got a pot going. You have some meager rations with you, enough for a couple days' journey, but nothing more. Again, it wasn't meant to be this, but it always helps to be prepared, and any good hunting party is, and so you were. And as you all sit there, and Dimitri pokes his head out of the hole, night falls, and before you all agree to go to sleep, you look up, and there is a slight light beyond the twinkling of many stars that grows in strength as you stare at it, and you realize that it's the Northern Lights that are reaching down. It's not too unusual. Bailey and Jessica would know, or not Bailey and Jessica, wow.
Bailey and
Jessica and Ignis would know this phenomenon. But as you watch, very faint northern lights appear in the sky. They're very mystical, and shifting blues and greens twirl in the air as they kind of lazily float by. And honestly, it's a really beautiful night. And as the pot boils, you guys are just sitting there watching the sky.
Sky is beautiful at night. Yeah, I could give this place credit for that.
Yeah, it's only got a 5 out of 10 stars on Yelp though. No.
It's only got 5 out of 10 stars in the solar system.
Yeah, if you ain't satisfied enough.
If you ain't satisfied with the solar system, piss off. It doesn't
It didn't
matter.
give me fried chicken. I'm sorry, I'm fucked my head.
But yeah, I just say, I wonder what stars taste like.
You
Can
always
I
wonder
cook Can I try and cook him a meal and like hope it tastes similar? I don't fucking know. It's like-
yeah.
What would a
Try
cooking
it.
check be? Let's see. How master
Survival.
chef are you? Survival. Yeah, that sounds great. Give me a survival check for your
What is
cooking.
my survival?
I
Oh
mean,
God. God, okay, thank you.
maybe a little intelligence, I think.
Okay,
Bless you.
and you gave me guidance, right?
Yeah,
What does guidance give again?
Oh, 1d4, I believe.
yeah, 1d4.
Okay, that's a 19.
With the 1d4?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you make a surprisingly good meal. Like I said, the rations you had to work with weren't very impressive since Crocs was carrying all of your food and spices on him, and he up and disappeared. You were able to make a meal that's actually tasty, edible, and noteworthy, respectful even. But none of you know if it tastes like stars or not, because you don't know what stars taste like.
Which is fair. All I'm saying, I think Gordon Ramsay should be proud.
Yeah, Gordon Ramsay would still insult it, but you know.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
You know.
everyone except for Jessica realizes this. The food looks god awful. Like it looks like a slime monster
like-
crawling out of the pot.
Are you comparing me to Shun from that time I got reincarnated as a slime? Is that the fuck what you're doing?
Little bit.
'Cause I would take that.
Little bit.
I'm taking that. No, that is now.
So,
Jessica's
in fact, you're pretty
Jess?
sure, as some of you stare at what's put in your bowl, you think it has a mouth and it says, death to you. But the first brave soul to try it realizes it's
I will.
actually really tasty and definitely not poisonous.
Elfie's
Yeah,
just gonna chug the entire thing at once first before anybody gets put there.
Yeah, you gulp
Alright.
it down. In fact, you gulp it down almost too quick, but the aftertaste is almost sublime.
Jessica is now Shun.
Yeah, by the way,
I mean,
Jessica
I mean,
doesn't realize what it looks like. She thinks it looks great.
To me, it looks amazing. Yeah.
Okay, so Ignis is gonna talk to her, being like, "Not bad, Jess. Better than what you've cooked before."
Hey.
as you just see, like he's just like poking the slime in and out, just being like, "How the fuck did she cook this?"
I know. I did really good, didn't I? It looks amazing.
Michael,
I'm glad.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
given that cook is
you're
not
gonna
here
need to
anymore.
make a deception check.
Yeah,
What?
Wait, what?
You know why?
Oh, okay. What is deception?
Charisma.
Is it? Oh, charisma. Okay.
Can I
and-
insight check him?
Sure.
Oh, it's an 18.
You can if you can beat an 18.
All right.
Uh,
Okay.
Wait. Do I do it again?
No.
No.
The bar's set
I
at
mean,
18.
I mean, it's 18. Just straight up RT 18.
Yep. Is that including your
where's
charisma
insight?
modifier?
Yeah, that is.
Okay.
That is.
Okay.
My charisma
Insight.
modifier is 0.
Oh, well, okay.
I don't have charisma.
18 plus 4. I have no idea what that is.
22.
Insight. 22.
Does anybody else want to do an insight check? Otherwise, you'll all automatically fail.
Fuck it. I'm gonna do an insight.
Insight?
As well.
Yep.
Dimitri doesn't care.
Dimitri's just in his hole, just being like a mummy, just almost.
I ain't seeing shit.
I got a 12.
Okay, so none of you seem to notice. You're all just staring at the gross-looking but weirdly tasteful food.
I'm proud of my food.
And Ignis, you look over and you see Michael kind of like tentatively eating his food, almost like he's afraid of it, but not because it looks scary. And that's the insight you
Everything
get
all-
off of that.
Everything all right, Michael?
Oh yeah. I'm good. Just eating my
sure?
food. Yep. Just eating my food.
Dimitri just wants to mess with Michael, so he pokes his head out and cast a thaumaturgy on him again, so that he's like starting to hear voices, and then he just floats back down into his hole.
Stop fucking with my food.
Like what?
So
what is-
Michael, as you start eating your food, kind of you do it well enough, but clearly somebody noticed that you were being a little weird about it, since Ignis asked. But as you continue eating your food, it starts like screaming at you. No, don't eat me. That hurts.
I just
Question, does thaumaturgy
instinctively
work on everything? Like, can everybody hear that, or is it just Michael?
Yes, everyone could hear.
Okay,
it.
yeah, everybody just hears
Oh.
Michael's food start screaming.
I mean, I just instinctively just throw it as hard as I can.
I'll laugh
Elfie's
and it
gonna
just hits
catch
Ignis
it.
in the face. He's like, oh! And just throws it.
Elfie's gonna try to catch the food.
Sorry, what, Elfie?
Michael,
I'm gonna try
Yeah?
to catch the food. That Mike.
Okay, give me an acrobatics check.
Alright.
Elfie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it?
I rolled a 12, but my acrobatics modifier is +8.
Yeah,
so
you,
dirty 20.
you catch that food without spilling a single drop. It's still screaming at you, by the way, as you catch it.
Oh, I'm gonna eat it.
Okay.
As
As you eat it, the scream gets softer and softer until the last mouthful is in your mouth, and only you can hear this, and it's like, please, don't swallow, spit.
I
call everyone at the last thing, and he was gonna hear before the food stopped.
I just look at who was it that caught it?
Elfie.
Oh yeah. Oh
Elfie.
yeah. I just look at Elfie in like terror.
Okay, now I need you to all make either a survival or perception check at disadvantage.
Wait, what? Oh god.
Huh?
All of you
Survival
make
or
a survival or
perception?
perception check at disadvantage.
Advantage.
What is survival?
2d20s, right?
Wisdom.
And then choose the
Wisdom,
lowest one.
okay.
Yep.
In total
That's
it's
a-
16.
Same, 16. I got a nat 20, but because it was disadvantage, you fucker.
18.
Okay.
15.
Let me see.
I was made to wait.
Okay,
20.
awesome. I rolled a 19 and a 20.
Oh, fucking hell.
Everyone ate.
Dimitri, you're just in your hole.
Perception.
You're completely
I'm
oblivious.
in my hole just laughing my ass off.
Yeah, so as all of you enjoy the comedicism of what's going on, absolutely none of you notice as behind the group, a voice speaks and says, "Can I join you?"
I'm like, I kind of like look over my shoulder and I'm just like, who's that?
As you look over
Oh,
your
he's kinda
shoulder, you see a man dressed in black leathers with a very long and plush fur cloak around his shoulders. It's so long, in fact, that it's dragging ever so slightly on the ground. He's lightly armed, but each of his weapons has a kind of like a loop over them. He must have done this to ensure that none of you thought he was here to harm you, because it would make it extremely hard for him to draw his weapons. And he goes, "Just another fellow hunter. I'm looking to sit by the fire and warm my bones for a little bit." His face is clearly etched with age, but his hair is still, for the most part, jet black, peppered ever so slightly with the occasional strand or two of gray hair.
Sure.
Okay.
just hearing like
I just-
warm their belly, just like, you want to try to tell
Chelsea's
my
just
food?
gonna casually look him over to see if he has anything worth stealing.
Has anything what?
Anything worth stealing?
You're a little soft today there, Elfie.
My
just to let you know.
Elfie!
I'm out here trying to
Okay,
sell everything.
give me an advantage check. Or a check on advantage for loot, because it's a loot-related, check.
That would be.
Insight or perception.
Okay. You can also be investigation.
Or investigation, yeah, that also works too.
Jess is just gonna offer some of the food.
21.
21.
Nice.
All the time. With the modifiers.
How do I do this? That's a pretty good roll. As I think, I'm going to turn down the music ever so slightly here. Oop. I'll go down to 5. Okay, as you look him over, you aren't sure of the value of anything he has on him.
Oh.
That's what you get on a 21, by the way.
Okay.
And if you remember your hidden trait, you will remember maybe why that is the case.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
I mean, there's food left over, so.
Yeah. So he's actually quite tall. In fact, as it appears, he's human, but he is almost as tall as Crocs was. He's not dead yet. Sorry,
Yeah.
let me clarify that he is not dead. He is as tall as Crocs is. He's maybe only an inch or two shorter than Crocs when he stands at his full height. And so he very easily lifts his legs over one at a time around the log that some of you are sitting on, nods his appreciation, and pulls out a bowl and accepts the food offered to him, or takes it himself, depending on if you offer it to him or not.
Just as he's gonna like put some into his bowl, like, here you go. It's a genuinely kind, happy smile as she thinks it is one, but like it looks amazing in her life.
Yeah, it's like 5 stars.
Yeah,
just
it's a Michelin star restaurant meal.
Taste wise, yes. Look wise, no.
No. Well, except for Jess. For both,
for Jess.
both for Jess, it
I
looks
mean-
great.
But for anybody else, it looks like poison.
Yeah.
It
He
looks
nods
worse.
his
With death.
he nods his appreciation. He goes, "Oh, very kind of you, milady. I appreciate the offering. I hope you're all having a lovely evening, and don't worry,
Who
I
are you?
don't." Did you just interrupt him like that?
Yeah.
Okay. His movements are slow and calculating as he looks over to you and shrugs. Just a hunter. My name's Valserex.
How do you spell that?
Fuck you. V-A-L.
Nah.
V-A-L is the first name. Sarek is S-A-C-R-I-S. It's Serex.
I did not hear that.
Oh, V-A-L-S-A-C-R-I-S. Also, hi there, Leah.
Hi, Leah.
Yeah.
She's been here
I'm
the
just
entire
here.
time, just, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
I'm not
I
relevant
understand.
yet, so I'm quiet.
Yep, no, all good. You can at least laugh at some of the jokes.
I am
Come on.
Go big with it.
So he answered your question, Ignis.
Is there anything on his person that resembles that of the symbols that you mentioned to us earlier? The 2 daggers with the snake on his
No,
body?
And fucking...
No? Okay.
2 daggers in a steak.
it's a snake. Snake.
Oh, snake! I thought you said steak.
No,
I was like,
snake.
that's a symbol. 2 daggers in a steak.
No, snake.
2 daggers and a
It's a steak and crossbones. It's
Well,
a steak
actually,
and-
they're wrapped around it. They like circle around the snake's body. Where you might expect the opposite, where a snake would be wrapped around a daggers, this is the opposite. It's 2 daggers wrapped around a single snake. And no, the answer is no. There's nothing on him like that.
Okay. So how long have you
Get
been
a steak
hunting?
and Plus daggers.
Oh,
How long have you been hunting, Val?
let's see. He starts counting on his hands. Goes nearly 40 years. He looks back to Jess, because you're silent for a bit, and goes, as I was saying, thank you, milady, for the food. And I promise that I won't stay very long. I just was hoping to grab a quick meal. And he takes something out of his bag and flips Jess a gold coin. Something for your troubles. And a
Thank you
delicious
very
meal.
much.
And then, without even hesitating, or because he clearly sees what the meal looks like, it's obvious he sees it. Without hesitating or pausing, he eats the whole thing. Now, slowly, he'll eat it slowly as you continue, if you continue talking with him. But he eats it all.
Can I quickly cast thaumaturgy on this food so it's screaming?
Sure.
Yo, Dimitri is
I want to
fucking
cast
menace.
thaumaturgy with you, man.
Dimitri's just like poking his
Wait,
eyes out of
wait,
a
do
hole
both
and
of you
watching.
actually do it?
I do,
Yeah,
do
I
it.
want to be on this with Dimitri.
Okay, so
Oh no.
do you both try and make his food scream, or are you doing something else, Ignis?
Actually, no, I was just teasing. Dimitri can do the thaumaturgy
Okay,
on the
I'm just-
food.
So Dimitri, as the food starts to make noise, he waves 2 fingers over it, and then all of a sudden it sounds like you're screaming.
Counter spell, bitch.
Alright, I just go over to Jessica and just say, what did you put in the food?
I just start listing off random ingredients. Well, I found some turmeric,
sure?
I found some basil, I found some apricots, I found some potatoes. Just start listing off multiple different random shit that should not be together.
Elfie's gonna sit
can I-
there and himself that he
can I
didn't notice
insight
he
check
didn't have
him?
money.
Because that seemed...
Yeah, you
Dimitri's
can
just
insight
laughing. He
check
has
him.
respect for the hunter.
What are
Yeah,
you?
alright.
First
Yeah,
off,
you
what
make
are
a
you
good
looking
point.
for, and why are you doing it? My headphones unplugged again.
Okay, so
Why
I just
would
want
they
to insight
put
check
people like
him,
that?
just his demeanor, just the way he carries himself. I want to see, like, you know, how powerful he actually is, because he was able to counterspell that. I just wanted to, like,
I
just want to
I'll
give-
give you a little insight as the DM just now. He was willing to use a 3rd level spell slot to counterspell a cantrip.
Cantrip.
wow, okay.
This dude said, fuck you.
Just that,
19,
you know.
19,
So give me your
22,
roll for
23.
insight, but just take that
23.
as you will. 23.
23.
Okay.
Yeah.
He is the most confident person you've ever seen. In fact, as Elfie looks at him and tries to understand this stranger a little bit more, it almost there's an aura around him, and it seems to start emanating as soon as Elfie's looking at him. In fact, it might have been there the entire time.
It's
makes it-
Ignis that...
It makes it. Wait. Who's doing the insight? I thought it was Elfie. Ignis.
I was,
I'm sorry. Ignis.
Elfie's
As,
disappointed that he didn't find coins.
sorry, Ignis. As you look. Sorry, just replace that with Ignis. My apologies. You know, there's been this like aura there that's this entire time, and it's only now that you notice it. It actually makes looking at him very hard. It's not like a magic, and it's certainly not some form of attack. In fact, you're not entirely sure he's doing it on purpose or at all, but the confidence that radiates off him makes it hard to even look him in the eyes.
With that, I just kind of slightly look away, and I'm just like thinking in my head,
Oh, by the way, don't
He's
forget,
been around the
Jessica,
block.
add 1 gold coin to your inventory or your pouch.
Will do.
I mean,
Ooh,
I didn't notice because I was expecting the food.
Yeah,
Trying
no.
to speak to it. Clearly not insane.
Are you currently like muttering to the food right now?
Yeah, I was just like having a casual conversation with the food. Like, hey, how are you?
I cast thaumaturgy on his food, so it's talking back to him, but in like a language he doesn't understand.
Actually, Dimitri, do you
Perfect.
know any language? Actually, you could just make it up. It's a made-up language. It doesn't mean anything.
Well, does he know? I don't think he knows Dwarven, so I just put it in Dwarven.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine.
My-
The man,
my-
this mysterious man, looks over to you, Michael, and says, "It's not going to talk back. Your friend in the ditch is just playing tricks on you."
I just say back, I am not insane. It is alive.
My food doesn't usually do this to them. I mean, this is the first time I've cooked, but even Ignis can say this is the first time this has happened.
Do I know that it's Dimitri?
Anyone who wants to can run an Arcana or Perception check to see if it's Dimitri or not.
Alright.
But he actually,
Alright,
he
I'm
literally just said it was Dimitri, so ignore that.
Yeah.
You all know it's Dimitri now that he said it.
Yeah, so... And I just look over to
Ha 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 ha!
Michael. I just look over to Michael, I'm just like,
Sorry, I made a
Michael.
DM roll and got a nat 20.
oh god. That's never good. That's never good! I just look
What?
over to Michael and I just go, Michael, you really think that the food is talking to you?
Yes. Indeed, I do.
Dimitri, please, for the love of God, stop. Michael's already on the fritz as it is.
He's already.
Boy, you're no fucking fun.
The man starts to
The
chuckle.
kid is muttering utter bullshit at this point.
It's not. It's just talking back to him in Dwarvish.
Hey, stop talking about my food.
Oh,
like
I'm talking about Michael. Michael's uttering utter bullshit right now.
Stop talking about my food.
When is he not uttering other bullshit? At least the food's talking back to him now.
I was just gonna go up to Michael and be like, you know, it'll stop talking if you just eat it.
I just look at Elfie.
So, hold up.
If anybody is insane,
DM moment,
then
hold
it's
up.
you.
As Elfie, as you approach Michael, without ever looking at you, the man who is still eating his food and chuckling along with the antics says, Halfling, or whatever the species is. I forget what I named the species in the world, but anyway, Halfling. Those are some interesting weapons you have. Do you mind if I see them?
Elvy's gonna get defensive and grab it and be like, mine.
I'll let you hold on to mine. I saw you looking at them earlier.
Oh,
Just
Gonna
for a
start with,
moment,
like,
I'd just
just
like to
go.
see them.
Stuttering, and she'll be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
flirting without me? I'm hurt.
He's just gonna like go ahead and hand one. I'm just gonna hand it to him.
My lady,
Like,
in
you
response to
club
what
eye.
Jessica says, as he takes the gun, he goes, My lady, if I wanted to flirt with you, you'd barely notice, and that would be part of the game.
Oh, I do love a good game. I like you already.
He takes the weapon and looks at it. He completely ignoring Jessica's response.
I cast the thaumaturgy, so all she hears is wedding bells.
I'm going to take that skill away from you, Dimitri.
She already heard them.
God damn it, Dimitri!
He starts like taking it in both hands. He's handling it, despite his hands being probably bigger than your head. By the way, Elfie, he's handling it with such the care that somebody would give reverence to almost a holy object. He takes the weapon and looks at it and goes, "It's a fine piece of work," and he hands it back to you, and then expects you to return his weapon. Which, by the way, in the meantime, because I didn't give you a chance, you can roll again to see if you can get any insight on the weapon he gave you.
Insight check.
Insight, looting, investigation, whatever you want. It's
Okay.
with advantage because it's a loot. It's part of your loot ability.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just
Looting.
saying, Michael is back to just having a conversation with the food.
That's
I just
great. You're just
imagine
muttering
Michael
away
huddled,
with it.
Like,
Actually, so
I just-
while you roll, Elfie, Michael, despite
Yeah, what the-
Dimitri making the food talk in a different language, it seems to shift languages to something you can understand. And it starts holding a full conversation with you. It's like, hey, how's the weather? Oh my god, this is like so exciting. I'm gonna get
Why does it
eaten
sound
by
like
you.
Jessica?
I was,
But
I'm just
Michael and the
like-
food are the only ones that can understand whatever language this is. And you're still not entirely sure that they're both speaking even a language.
Looting would be sleight of hand, right?
It's really whatever you want. You already have a possession of it, so I'd say it's more like investigation, or I just said investigation twice. It's like investigation, perception, or insight.
At advantage?
Yes.
you're
20.
when inspecting an object, it is investigation.
Okay. So 20.
Modifier.
Now that it's in your hands, you can tell that the scabbard, although isn't anything unique in and of itself, is of very high quality. It's the type of quality you would expect from a nobleman's scabbard if that nobleman was trying not to look like a nobleman. Not to imply that he is a nobleman, it's just that's what the quality's at. You cannot see the blade itself as it's kind of sealed in the scabbard, but the handle of it is plain but ornate enough, and with the craftsman of true legend to it. So he's holding the weapon out to you, or he's holding your weapon back to you, and expecting his weapon back.
Is it one of the guns?
Yeah, it's the gun you gave him.
Elfie's gonna hesitantly hand him his weapon back because he loves his guns.
Okay, you can, did you want this to be, oh god, I forgot what you named your weapons. Fuck.
Shine and Shadow.
Mustang and Sally.
Do you want this one to be Shine or Shadow?
Shadow.
Okay, it now has a +1 to anything you roll with it, including damage.
God damn.
So make sure to mark that down. He takes his weapon back and puts it back on his belt before he looks over to Michael talking to his food. And again, you guys are holding a full conversation. So the food was like, oh my god, this is amazing. It's such nice weather out. You're going to eat me. How's your day going?
Can I just take Michael's food? And he's like, Elfie, do you want Michael's food?
I just scream, no, not the food.
My friend.
Listen, Michael, you either eat it or you throw it away. I'm not gonna parent you.
Don't waste my food.
I planned the whole future with that food.
His food starts crying.
He's like, the
I-
food's like,
I'll eat it."
give me back to him. Except you can't understand what he's saying. Michael does. Give me back to him. He was going to eat me.
I just hand the food off. I just hand the food over to Jessica. Then you have it. I'm not gonna deal with Michael talking to food for the rest of the night.
Again, only Michael
Michael,
can hear
you
this.
can.
Jessica does not understand this. But the food goes, hey, sexy lady.
You really could be calling Jessica mother because she made it. Damn, like, anyway. Michael,
By the
will
way,
you
Zario?
eat it if I let
One
you
second.
have- go on.
What's up, Leo?
I made a quick sketch. That's what I had in mind for the symbols. I don't know if it's right.
Sure, send it to
Okay.
me.
It's in the RP and D&D
Yeah.
chat.
Oh, okay.
What,
Yeah,
what did
that's the
Jessica
food,
say?
by the way. But let me see the. Yeah, that's basically what it was. That's great.
Oh, that's cool.
That's just like a quick sketch.
No,
I
that's
threw together
exactly
in,
what
like,
I had
20
in my
minutes.
mind. Well, except for the daggers were pointing down, but that doesn't matter. I didn't specify that, so.
That is. I could rotate them.
No, it's all good. That's perfect. That's more than enough for what I need. It's just a, symbolism and all. So as the man finishes the last bite of his food, he stands up, stretches a little, and goes, "Thank you for the food. It was absolutely delicious, my lady. I hope the rest of you have a good evening. I'll take my leave now."
Before you go, do you know anything about this symbol? And I just described the symbol to him to see if he knows anything.
He thinks for
Since he's had about 40 years of experience.
Yeah. He thinks for a moment as he kind of stares up towards the night sky and the northern lights, as he just continues thinking. He's taking it seriously, and he then looks down at you and shakes his head. "I'm sorry. I don't think I've ever seen those."
Insight check. I call bullshit.
I'll let you auto succeed. He's telling the truth.
Fuck. Thank you.
If
You have a good
ever
rest
need
of your
any
evening.
food, if you need any more food, I am always around. You can always try and find me.
Just stop trying to flirt with every man you see.
It was
Yeah,
much
that was
appreciated.
That was the other option.
It's much appreciated, and if I'm ever in Avant-Grand, I'll hit you up.
Yeah.
You just say yeah.
Like, yes, yes.
That is sort of, yeah.
He again, as he's standing there, you're all reminded by exactly how massive this man is. He's standing, or probably, I think, what Crocs was 6'4". He's standing at least 6'2", 6'3".
That's taller than my dad then.
No,
and
that was seven
Dark was,
something. I think 7'2".
7'6".
Oh, 7'6"? Oh yeah, then
Yeah.
he's add an extra foot there. Then he's like 7'2" or 7'3".
Oh my god.
He's a massive individual. He nods his head to you all and says, "I wish you a lovely evening. Stay warm and safe in the darkness."
Okay, above the table, like, how hot is he? Like, on a scale from, like, 1 to...
You're planning on marrying him?
Think like...
No, I just want to know.
So he's older. He's not young by any means. But when it comes to, like, zaddy levels of attractiveness, think Pedro Pascal. You know,
Okay.
he's not like, whoa, he's hot. But it's like...
But he has that charming quality.
Yeah, he looks charming. He is, for his age, extremely attractive. And in your mind, you could imagine him being much younger and, like, the hottest person you've ever met.
I can just picture Squidward going, "Oh my god, he's hot!"
He's hot!
Oh no, he's hot.
So,
Oh my god, she's hot!
if none of you have anything to say to him, he steps back over the log, and as soon as the flickering light dips for even a moment, he doesn't even move. He just disappears into the night.
That's hot! God damn it!
Someone
he's just gonna look
appreciates
around
my food.
for Jerry.
Oh yeah, Jerry's there too. I forgot.
Hey!
Yeah, Jerry's just sitting there. He is completely absorbed in the weird-looking food and the fact that it keeps talking. He has missed this entire interaction.
I mean, just say Michael is just desperate for food. He desperate for that specific bowl of food. So I'm basically just trying to get him.
Anyway, since we do need to get Leah in here, and we got 40-ish minutes left. Technically 20 minutes if we, don't go over at all. But if we go over just a little, say 40 minutes left, I'm going to move this along as DM. Like I said, this is the rushed version of what we're doing here.
That's all good.
Okay.
And you guys have a great night. The mysterious man, he never set you he never gives you an uneasy feeling, but just the interaction alone is an uneasy feeling. You know, at least some of you realize that, you know, whoever this was an extremely powerful hunter. You don't, both Jessica and Ignis, by the way, you don't recognize him. You've never seen him in the city either. Somebody like that would stick out like a sore thumb. And as you put out as you like let the fire get a little bit dimmer, you establish your like nighttime watch, and you all go to bed. You guys get a long rest out of this, by the way.
Wait, did Jessica ever agree to?
Oh yeah, so Jessica, how Elfie's guns work is they use magic crystals, and they need to be recharged every if they're used. So he used at least 2 of them, and they take a first level spell slot. But since you're doing a long rest, that will be recovered. So do you want to charge his weapons? It's completely up to you.
Yeah, fuck it, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, your weapons are completely, or your crystals are completely recharged, Elfie. Anybody has anything else they want to do before going to bed?
Yeah, I end up snatching the bowl of food and just celebrating by myself.
By the time you grab the food back, the effects of thaumaturgy have subsided, and it's just a bowl of food.
And I'm just I'm just depressed for that little until the next day.
Great. Anybody else?
Nah, I'm all good.
Okay, who's going to be on first watch?
I'll be on first watch.
I'll go second.
I can be third if there's third. Yeah.
So each of you will be rolling a perception check with disadvantage for your watch.
Oh, okay.
So Ignis, you're first.
Where is perception? Okay, it's wisdom. I just rolled it at 20.
No.
No!
You can only go downhill now. What?
I rolled it at 1.
Okay. Your watch is completely uneventful. You notice nothing. It's a really quiet night. In fact, your entire watch, you're really just listening to the crickets chirp and the whooshing of wind through the forest. In fact, you start meditating during your watch, completely oblivious and forgetting the fact that you're supposed to be watching the group. Luckily for you, nothing happens. And by the time the moon has passed its zenith, you rise from your meditation, realizing that you probably should have woken up Jessica a while ago. So you kind of rush over there and wake her up for her watch.
Well, not really sleep, it's more of a trance, but yeah.
You know what? I'm just gonna add some flair because Ignis knows Jess so well. To wake her up, he just smacks her in the butt.
The sound just reverberates through the night.
There's like a thundering clap from through the ground. So Jessica, you're up and it's now your watch.
Okay, let's do our rolls. That's a 13. I got a 24 and a 13. Motherfucker.
God.
Okay, you're a lot more attentive than Ignis was, considering they basically started meditating. And nothing eventful happens on your watch. You're paying attention enough. You keep the fire lit, which, by the way, Ignis let the fire go out. Yeah, you're just keeping watch. Nothing happens. Michael, you're up.
Yeah, I already rolled, and it was a 20 in total, so I'm glad that.
Okay. As you're taking watch, Michael, you're very attentive. In fact, thanks to who you are, you're not really that tired either. You got some really good sleep, and yeah. and you're just paying attention. You notice some weird and strange noises from the dark. You're not entirely sure what they are or exactly even where they're coming from, but they're there. However, your watch is uneventful.
Okay, can I do an investigation check?
Sure, if you want to get up and walk around away from the campfire,
Alright.
absolutely.
Alright, so yeah.
This is just a straight roll, no advantage or disadvantage.
Okay, so just normal D20 plus modifier.
Yep.
Then it's this an 11.
An 11? Yeah, you walk away, but you're unwilling to get too far away from camp, just in case something comes out from the other side of the shadows. But you don't find anything. You don't see any prints on the ground, any tracks from any animals. And eventually you stop hearing the noises and you return back to the camp to continue your watch.
Can you describe the noise?
It's almost like the whooshing of the trees, except it sounds more like a body or creature moving through tall grass.
Oh, okay. Just need to make sure. Crucial.
Just like a...
Yeah, and because Ignis did such a poor job with their watch, by the time it was going to be Dimitri's watch, the sun's already starting to, lighten the sky. And Michael, you end up waking everybody up, realizing that either you spent too much time on watch or somebody did.
Stop.
No. And yeah,
all because of it.
All of you are up, and I was going to have a little bit of an investigation thing for trying to find the campsite, but because you guys narrowed it down to just within the edge of the forest and stuff, I'm going to say that you all you get together the next day and start exploring the area, and you successfully find the site. In fact, you guys get to see it from pretty far off, because it's not hidden. It was never meant to be hidden. And it has a basic wooden wall around it, just like some short wooden palisades. You can see into it slightly because you're up on a hill-ish. You're at an elevated plane compared to it. And there's a couple of buildings that have smoke coming out of them. But honestly, the buildings only indicate that there's only a handful more Kogach than you either captured or killed in the raiding party.
Could I just, since we see the site, could I quickly, I want to do a little recon before we actually go in there.
You guys are still far away. They certainly can't notice you.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Wild Shape and turn into a raven.
Oh.
And
fly over?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to fly over, look unassuming, just fly over, see everything, just take everything in, and try to also find where the people are.
Give me an investigation check with advantage.
Ooh.
I'll make his wild shape seem real, and I'll cast thaumaturgy on him, and it'll just give him like crow noises.
Okay, then I'll also give you guidance or help or whatever the fuck it's called, so you can add in a 1d4 to that.
There. Investigation. Okay, that. $16.
16. Did you add a 1d4 roll to that too?
Yeah.
Okay, 16. Glad he gave you the help action, basically.
I know, right?
Yeah. So on a 16, since given the what you're doing, I also lowered the threshold too. But what I'll say is that during this time of day, in fact, it really didn't take you that long to find it. After packing up camp and moving on, So it's still relatively early in the morning. And this early in the morning, you would expect to see people moving around this small Kogach village, whether it be women and children, or the men getting ready for the day of either hunting or gathering wood or whatever it is these barbarians do. But there's nothing. There's just smoke coming out of some of the chimneys, not all of them. And in the center of this small village, which is like 1/10 of the size of the village you were just in, there are some palisades in the center. They seem to be empty, except you think you might have seen one person in them. Well, actually, no. You think you might have seen one person and a couple of unmoving or sleeping individuals.
So I don't know anything else. Okay.
Well, I mean, with a 16, I'll say that you know the layout of the village, which isn't very important. It's basically a palisade, a very basic circled palisade, where the houses are on like the edge of the palisade. Then there's one large building kind of near the center of this tiny village, and the palisades or the cages that are set up are right in front of that longhouse. So
okay,
but you know, if you have any specific questions, also ask those. I'm willing to answer on a 16, especially considering what you're doing. But there's no people in this village. At least it doesn't appear
no
as there
people. All right, so I'm gonna come back to the party. Get out of my wild shape since I don't want to speak like a crow.
Cock. No,
Cock.
You're speaking Jessica's language right there.
Well, it's just all crows are gay.
I get out of wild shape, and I just explain what I saw on the recon.
So all of you know
saying
exactly
that-
what I just said then.
Yeah, just so that we're able to, if we do need to, head into battle, we can
One
do
last
it.
thing. The gate is open.
The gate is open? Okay. So they're
Alright.
kind of so like my assumption is they're expecting us to come. Be prepared. Even though there's not a lot of people there, it may be a surprise attack.
Why don't we just set the fucking village on fire?
Yeah, true.
There's people in there.
As DM, I'd
Dimitri.
like to remind you that your whole point in doing this is to rescue the villagers, not burn them alive.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Dimitri, we're trying to save the people that were taken away. Remember?
They'll all be saved.
I was just
by
gonna
the glorious
interject
death.
Yeah, Dimitri.
Hey,
don't
this
burn
isn't
our
Warhammer
reward.
40k. They are not going to go meet the God Emperor of mankind through a glorious death of burning and immolation.
At least someone got that reference.
I just go.
I just downloaded 40k Rogue Trader. I know 40k.
Thank God someone knows it, because I was hoping someone would catch it.
I mean, Michael just comes in and says, "Then let's just raid it." I mean, no time
Did
like
you
this.
say, "Are you sure, mate?" As he lights
Mi-
up like a little bit of fire in his hand.
As a
Michael.
reminder, since this was a 16 and it did succeed, I did say that the village only looks big enough to really involve the women, children, and a handful of other men, compared to the
Okay.
raiding party that you attack. So if it is a surprise attack, you feel confident that the numbers they'd be able to throw at you would be easier to handle than the actual fight at the I forgot what I named the village. At the village you were before.
The village called Fuck.
Yeah.
Yep,
Oh,
It is now. Anyway.
perfect name.
So just as a reminder, I did say that. So.
Okay. So, again, I explain all this to them, and like in my head, I'm just thinking, we gotta save those children. We gotta make sure, like, I don't want them to die.
Save the children
I'm
so
just-
Jessica can murder them. No.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm completely different from She knows this.
Blow their dicks off.
Oh wait,
No.
here, Here, I'll tell Jessica this. There might be children in this area. For the love of fucking God, don't kill them. Don't set them on
sounds like a
fire
them
or
problem.
anything.
I was about to say, it sounds like a them problem. If they get in my way, they get in my way.
Oh, by the way, I will add where the village is on the map in yellow. Oh wait, no, I already used yellow. Let's use
Green.
light purple.
So they are on the edge of the forest.
Yeah, they're right there, just on the edge of the forest. They're kinda in it, but because it's a cleared area to build the village, you're able to see easily down into it.
Okay. Alright, so should we start heading over there?
I mean, I already just went over there.
So Michael's
Michael!
marching his way over while you guys are still
Yeah.
discussing.
Well,
Yeah,
everybody is conversing. Elfie's just gonna go into stealth.
Yeah, and Michael just ran off like
It's
just
still a distance
charging.
away. Like it would still take you like an hour to walk there.
Yeah, so we have
Yeah,
to.
but-
So let's start walking over there.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Anybody
I
else
just-
have any preparations they want to do, or
I'm just gonna start stealthing.
okay? You get
I mean,
disadvantage for the clap of those cheeks. No, just.
Anytime Jessica walks,
Now that
just
you've
clap,
said that, I
clap.
use thaumaturgy and put it on Jessica, so every time she walks, it sounds like
God.
she's
I am not letting you do that.
Oh.
Good.
No, let's not have Jessica's ass cheeks clap all the time. As she walks.
Is
Right
that
there.
is that an auditorium full of people clapping? No, those are Jessica's cheeks.
just one person?
You hear the villagers? Does anyone hear clapping?
No. Okay, so you guys approach the village, and as
got
you
22
get
in stealth
close to
anyway.
the gate, there's no guards. You can see whatever angles into the village that you can, and again, it seems just as abandoned as Ignis saw from the sky. However, due to the village's construction, you can see right towards, like if you were to stand, directly looking into the gate from even a distance away, you can see the wooden pens and basically hastily constructed prison cells in the center of the village. And even though it's still a little bit away, you can see that there's at least one person milling around. They do appear to be a child, and there's a couple of hard to see bodies on the ground.
Okay, so I'm like
Elfie's
gonna,
gonna
I don't know.
trap.
I don't want to be sounding like the leader or anything, but I kind of like signal to Elfie, being like try to get in like a position where it's like easy to spot, like kind of like high ground.
Or you could just send
Just so that we
Elfie in first, because they are a rogue.
Yeah, I said Elfie in first. We said Elfie in first.
I'm also
I'm sorry, I
I
shouldn't
will
be the leader.
stealthily walk around and look for traps, see what's going on.
I also am a rogue, and I did stealth as well.
Okay.
I
So-
mean, I also I just disappeared from the group into it, also stealthing, since I have actually quite good dexterity.
Okay. So we have 3 people stealthing into the village, while 2 of you stay outside, like near the gate. I'd like all 3 people entering the village to roll stealth checks.
Yeah, I've already done it, and it's a 20 exactly.
Okay.
I was
30,
21.
20, let's go!
I did it when I said I was stealthing, and it was a 22.
Okay, so all
Okay.
of you just like full on Assassin's Creed Master Ezio Auditore de la Fianza into the village. Which, by the way, I'm very happy I remembered that name.
I was about to say, Nance knows his full name.
That was impressive.
I still remember it when I first played Assassin's Creed 2, when they first introduced him. I practiced saying his name so many times so I could say it right without stuttering. And I just unplugged my headphones again. God fucking damn it. Okay, now make all of your comments. I can hear again.
Nice.
And you get in, and as you creep closer and closer to the center of the village, you can clearly tell that those prone individuals are either dead or very close to death. And there's just one person standing in the middle, and it's not actually a child.
Damn it.
It's a goblin. Leah, introduce your character.
What? What?
A goblin?
Okay. Okay, so oh my goodness. Hi, I am. What's the They are a goblin. They're short about 2 inches taller than Elfie. They are wearing personal clothing. As you can see the art, they have black hair. And they have bags under their eyes, a collar with a chain, and a very large wooden pole of some sort.
You don't have that yet.
Not yet, okay.
So yeah, the three of you just see this goblin in the cage with these humans who are either, they all look dead. Yeah, so do you beckon the other people in, maybe? Little DM pushing there?
Damn it, I was hoping it was a child. Go on, go get the
Oh
other.
my god. I just hear Jess say that. I'm like, oh my god, Jess!
They're not a child, they're not going
Leah,
anywhere.
although these individuals approaching the your confinement area were stealthed, as soon as they start talking, you notice them.
I'm not even hiding in my disappointment at this point. They're not a child,
Elfie hasn't
they're not
said a
going
word.
anywhere.
Yeah, you can't see Elfie, but you can now see Ignis and Jessica approaching.
Jessica's just
I just-
waving.
I just kind of smack Jess upside the head, just being like, why do you always do this with children around when you think children are around?
They're not a child, firstly, and they're not a child. They're
Because
a
I just
they're a
grab her by-
YouTube Minecrafter.
I just kind of like grab her by the ear, just being like, what a god, stop talking this
Hey,
much.
Zara, by the way, while they're doing this, I'm also preparing a spell outside the town.
What spell are you
Okay.
preparing?
Glyph of Warding.
Okay.
I'm just like, I get it, I'm just like I know Jessica at this point, but it still irks me. So I just grab her by the lobe of her ear, just being like, just kind of like giving her like that older sibling look of like, what the fuck up? You know what I mean?
I didn't
Oh, yeah,
do
I know.
anything.
Is there
You
anything
haven't
around
done
that
anything.
Elfie could climb onto that would get him out of range of any physical attack? From a
Yeah,
soft person.
these houses are constructed very anciently, and the roofs slope enough that you could probably jump up on, like pull yourself onto the roof itself and climb along that.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that, and then Elfie's going to reveal himself to the goblin, saying, "Nice work."
Nice work.
Damn.
Okay, Leah, you notice these two idiots bickering and pulling each other's ears, and then a halfling like creature appears on one of the roofs near where you are and just says, "Nice work."
And yeah, Michael
You
just
look like...
go ahead.
No, you can go.
Oh, okay. And Michael just creeps closer and just trips on a rock behind Orc, I think. And just when
It's like
she
oink,
when we-
just without the end. It's oink.
Oik. Okay. And yeah, when we make eye contact, then I just say hi.
So Leah,
I look
Dimitri is not
really-
near any of this. He's
hold up.
just standing in the middle of the
Leah's
town.
microphone's a little soft, so let her respond, please.
Yeah.
Oink just looks visibly confused.
As Oik is looking confused, you can all hear, except for Dimitri, a coughing noise coming from a prisoner in a different, like, these are like separate cell blocks. There's like 6 of them total. They're clearly meant kind of as like mass pens, just to be a little bit separated. One in a different pen that's not with Oik starts coughing loudly as they lay there on the ground.
I kind of like go over to them. Are you okay? What happened? And
they
can
can't really respond to you. They're just coughing.
Could I try doing a? Let me look at this.
Is anyone going to call Dimitri in?
Let the poor guy die.
Oh,
He can't pay
I
us.
was gonna be like, Dimitri, get in here. Someone's coughing badly.
Let them die.
Dimitri
He
is far
can't
away from
pay
you,
us.
so he can't hear you.
The village really isn't that big, so if he yells, you could hear him.
Okay. Well, then Dimitri walks over. Wait, what the fuck do you want?
This person, I don't know what's going on. They're coughing. Could you please help me heal them?
They don't have any money. They can't pay us.
You're already getting paid to save them.
I look over Jessica's shoulder and I'm just like, shut up! We're getting paid already. Don't you remember?
But they can't pay us, can they? They don't have the money.
I just Michael just comes up and joins Jessica's side. The more money, the better.
Exactly. They can't pay
Can I
us.
do a medicine check?
Let them die.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright.
Let them die. They have no meaning to
They
us.
rolled another natural 1.
Okay,
Yeah,
For a 5.
they look like they're on death's door.
I aim my staff at them. Say the word. Just say it's aimed at their head. Say the word.
Can I like
Let's
investigate their dying that villager?
Yeah, the one who's coughing and dying as you
Yeah.
guys pull each other's
Yeah.
ears and act like the Three Stooges.
Yeah, I just try and find something in his pockets.
Okay, roll an investigation check. With
All right,
disadvantage.
with disadvantage.
Yes.
All right. I mean, wait. What do you even mean by?
You roll 2d20 and take the
disadvantage?
lowest roll plus modifiers.
Oh, lowest roll.
Yeah.
Oh,
Also,
okay,
that
so-
medicine check. Give me a roll on that, please.
Oh,
Wait,
it was a
okay.
natural 1.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I blanked that out of my mind.
So just D2. Lowest roll?
2d20. And you take the
D2?
lowest roll.
Okay, D2 it is. Okay, a 2 plus
No, 2 20-sided dice.
2. Oh, okay. D20. Alright. It's
Also, sorry, the music has stopped.
It's
I know.
7.
7? Okay.
Yeah.
So as you go rifling through their pockets, you realize that they don't have any. Their clothing was removed. They aren't naked. They were given basically rags to wear. And as you start searching their rags, you touch their leg.
Ooh.
And
Yeah.
you're not gonna like this.
Okay.
And
Oh,
as you
God.
touch their leg, the skin seems to congeal together and just slips off, revealing muscle. And as the skin is removed from this individual's leg, you're all hit with a rich, almost sucrosely sweet smell of flesh and sinew, but also with the undertones and spice of rot to it, as the muscle also turns to gelatin and peels away, revealing the bone of their femur.
Yeah,
I can make good food out of this.
I just look.
Yeah,
I just look at Jessica. Yeah, no money. Take care. Let's just go.
I put a lot into thinking about that term. I hate you all not for going bleh.
Come on, they didn't have money. Let's just go. Let's just go.
I'm gonna again yell at Dimitri to help me heal this person, as they're clearly in pain, or see if they're alive or dead.
I just look to Ignis and be like, okay, now can I? Because my staff is just aimed at their head. Like, now can I do it? They clearly
No.
aren't walking
So,
anytime soon.
Dimitri, do you go into the cage and help?
Yes.
What is Jerry doing?
Dimitri goes in and casts Lesser Restoration and Curing Wounds.
Jerry followed Dimitri in, and he's frantically looking around. So roll for healing. By the way, Dimitri, while I emote what Jerry's doing. Jerry's looking around. He's actually running from building to building to see if the villagers are in there instead of in these cages. And he comes back clearly disappointed as he searched the entire village as this shenanigans is going on. And he looks to a couple of the dead or dying, and he goes, I don't know any of these people.
So we can kill some of them. Got it.
He looks to you and says, no, maybe. I don't fucking know. But do you know what that means?
So you said maybe.
Elfie's just
You
gonna
said
interject
maybe.
Jerry
We're
looks
not
frustrated. He
getting
says, do you understand what this means?
If they're
Elfie's just gonna
suffering,
say,
we
does
put
it
them
mean
at
we're not
liberty.
getting paid?
No, it
Money.
means that it wasn't just my village attacked. If I don't recognize these people, it means that I don't know them, and I knew everyone in the village.
Jerry, this isn't all about you.
Oh my God, I'm not trying to make it about me. I'm letting you know that it wasn't just my village attack. That means that these fuckers attacked other villages.
Okay, Jerry, it's not about
That means
only
we're
your
being paid
village.
extra?
Yeah, are we being paid extra?
Wait, are we paid eight?
Lacey
Are we
just
paid?
face palms his head. I healed the person for 9, by the way.
9? Okay.
Yeah, so they're healed for 9, and any disease or ailment that was afflicting them is now gone.
I'll need you to roll an Arcana check there, Dimitri.
Michael just joins the conversation with Jessica, and just say, I mean, they don't have money, so no point in saving them.
Hey, Goblin, do you have anything to say about this?
Well, but shit, I rolled a 4.
So, like, Orig still has no idea what's going on. And she's, like, staring at Jess and like, I don't know if you're going to allow me to do this, Zaru, but can I tell if the stick can do, or not the stick, the staff would do magic?
The what could do magic?
The staff.
You mean
My
Bailey's?
staff. Yeah.
You can roll me an Arcana check, yeah. Really low threshold.
If you get in that one, I'm gonna laugh.
Like, you just need to be like a 5.
3.
You got a 3? You got a fucking 3?
I rolled a 5, but it's -2, so
It looks like a big stick. You think Jessica's gonna smash their head in. Much like you would.
yes. I guess I would try and get out of the cell, or whatever I'm in.
Yeah, I didn't make you guys roll to get into the cell because it's not really that hard. They aren't very well secured. They're just secure enough that if guards are watching, they can't just break out. But with no guards watching, you can just you go to the door to your cell and you just grab the bars of it and start shaking. And I need you to make a strength check.
Okay, let me just go.
Actually, do it with advantage because I really want this to happen.
That one.
Can Michael just say search the dead bodies?
Yeah, give me an investigation check, Michael.
Alright, bet.
What did you say, Leah?
Hold on, I'm still rolling this thing. 24.
24?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so
I
you
get a
grab
roll.
hold. Hold up, Michael. You grab hold of these bars and you just start rattling them, and they just come straight off their hinges, and you're just holding the door to the cage as you walk out of it.
Oh, that goblin's my new best friend.
You just throw the
am-
door to the side.
So again, I'm going to need you to hold Michael as we go back to Queek, or not, and Dimitri here. So you perform your healing, and it seems like you do it well. But there is something that stops you from properly healing this individual, and your spell is ineffective.
Do I notice if there's a curse on him?
You can guess that, but you don't find any evidence of it.
Is there any possibility of me, like, doing something to find if he's been cursed in any way?
Could I? Sorry. I was gonna.
Go ahead. I'm thinking.
I was gonna say, could I do an Arcana check?
Yeah, go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
All right, let me do this on the floor so that it's.
Yours is better than mine.
Yeah, he rolled a 4.
If he's cursed,
I also don't have a modifier.
That is a 17.
17. Very clearly, blood magic has been used here.
Blood magic has been used. Okay.
And as you
I
watch
communicate that with Dimitri.
Yeah, as you watch Dimitri try and heal him, it's very obvious that the healing would never work because of the blood magic.
Wait, Ignis, do you say that out loud about like saying it's blood magic?
Yeah, I kind of say that to Dimitri, like, as he's trying to like look through.
Would Jess overhear this?
Yeah, you guys are all close enough.
Okay. Can I do a roll on it then? And I'll kind of check on this then.
Yeah.
Because if it's blood magic, Jess is going to be like,
Oh, you also get advantage.
If it is Arcana, that means that it is plus. Oh shit.
The moment like Oid hears the word
21.
magic, they start like shaking in fear.
Yeah, you notice this goblin. In fact, you don't even notice the goblin. You hear the wood rattling as their entire body goes through small tremors, and they're shaking with the gate in or the door in their the wooden door in their hands.
It's okay, I got the same trauma. But
So on a
I got
21, what specifically are you looking for, Jessica?
So if this is blood magic, I want to try and see like whatever I can find. That's hard to explain because now that I know it's blood magic, I want to try and like put anything that could identify any kind of like when or like how it happened or anything like that.
Okay, so it probably happened sometime yesterday. When you guys were either camping or right before you made camp would be your best guess. As for what else, every one of the people in these cages has had blood magic performed on them. The entire air is thick with blood magic. And as you look at these bodies, some of them are very much maldeformed. You also notice this, Michael, as you look for money on them. Don't forget,
Yeah.
I know you rolled.
Yeah.
And as you look at them, and Jessica's realizing that blood magic's been used, you realize that these bodies are in some form or shape, in some sense, transmuted or transformed into horrific images. Some of them have extra bones sticking out of their body. Others are twisted and malformed, almost like a Picasso painting.
Goddamn.
And this one, whatever happened to them, has left their body in a form and state that the only thing that's keeping them alive right now is their skin.
I just look over to Leah's character, like the most unhinged, pissed off face, as I just like start walking towards them. Did you do this? Are you with them?
I run over to Jessica and kind of put my hand on her chest, being like, "Stop!
Oh,
It's obvious
oh
that she was imprisoned as well."
She's the only one alive, actually standing.
That means she has information we can use.
So Leah, as you see these
As you see
two,
her shaking,
as you see these two approach you, and Jessica asks her question, you turn, nearly knocking Ignis out with the door you're holding. But it's just short of hitting him. And so you're still a little scared at the mention of blood magic, but they asked you a question.
We just shakes her head like, no. They cannot do magic. They're not part of this.
Dimitri walks out of the cage. Well, I can't do anything to help them.
Don't touch that person, because the only thing that is keeping them alive is that flesh. If you do touch, after what I saw, you'll probably cause it to fall off, and that means they will die faster.
It's why I'm not fucking touching them.
I look over to the goblin. I can't pronounce the name. Leah's
Oink.
character, and just say,
Like,
"Oink." I look over to
Oink.
Oink, and I just kind of get on one knee and ask her, "Can you recall anything that's happened here?"
As she's saying this, I
Anything-
cast thaumaturgy, so it like appears like a little
Okay.
a little ring is coming up. So like she's on.
We're going to wrap up here as you ask that question, because me and Leah need to have a little talk. Little DM
Okay.
stuff, little of her background stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But we are going to officially end the session here
okay.
Oh,
All right.
with another mystery on our hands.
Yay.
Oh, great.
Oh, and just real quick, Saru, what did I find anything with the investigation check?
Right. None of
rolled
them
a
have
12.
any objects on them. They're literally
Oh.
wearing what looks to be a potato sack on their chest and very basic cloth or leather pants.
Oh, guess they're not getting any help because they didn't get money.
Oh my god.
Boo-hoo for them.
God, it sounds like you guys are going to start the era of blood. Jesus.
I'm not trying
maybe,
to.
maybe we are. Who knows?
No, the moment blood magic was involved, Jessica gave up on the fact of magic and full on was like, oh, this goblin is the only thing standing, the only thing that's actually alive. They've got something to do with this, what the fuck's going on?
Oh, you'll understand the reason why they are next session.
Oh, yeah.
But
Just
this
no,
session is
keep it.
over. I hope you all had fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
A couple of new mysteries were unveiled, and a new character was introduced. And a lot
Welcome
of
to the party,
thaumaturgy was used.
Leah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And Michael
It's a
Sandy
cantrip.
is slowly deteriorating.
Yeah,
What's funny is
Mi-
since it's a cantrip, I can cast on multiple people.
yeah, and Michael
Slap.
is losing his mind slowly as he talks to food.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, very sane thing to do.
And we finally introduced Leah's character as well.
Yay.
Can't wait for that
Yay.
character art.
I'm relevant.
So,
Yes.
anything else you guys want to do? Otherwise, I do need to talk to Leah because they were asked an important question and one that they will
Don't
have
know.
to answer after I give them some information.
All I do now
Yeah,
is
I'm
focus more
not
on
gonna
Tennessee
just-
because fuck.
I'm just gonna say goodbye because I need to get
Yeah, I'm
food
mopping up
because
as
I'm
well.
hungry as hell.
Okay,
Did you
then
just
I'm
go to
going
the
to
store?
say, for the purposes of the recording, because I will be posting this on YouTube and putting it in DM notes, any of you who are listening to that recording, stop listening now, because I will continue recording what I talked to Leo about.
All right, I'll head out. See you guys.
See ya.
guys.
Later. See you all next session.
Bye.
Okay, it's just
I
Alistair
think
here.
Alistair is asleep.
No, even if he's not, it's whatever. He can listen. Like I said, it's open in the recording because this will be a kind of mini. Do you have much time left, or do you have to go?
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, I just wanted to check. Let me reduce the volume, because your audio's a little quiet. I even have you at 200% there, Leah.
Yeah, I had to switch over to my phone because my PC was giving me problems for some reason.
That's all good. So, as this will be a bit of like a mini DM session, it will be a little less formal than an actual DM thing. But as you're asked this question, you are thinking about what happened to you. And the simple fact is you don't remember too much of it, at least not how you ended up in this scenario, but you remember what happened after. After you woke up to find yourself in this cage, there were maybe 60 or 70 other humans and a couple other species here and there, but mostly human, stuck in these cages with you. You woke up first about 3 days ago. Prior to these strangers entering the village. And throughout these 3 days, these individuals in black robes, seeming to be orchestrated and told what to do by a man in red robes, villagers were led off, and most of them never returned. They either entered the longhouse or were led out of the village, usually in small groups. And eventually it came your turn, and you were led into the longhouse, where it seems that the normal convention of a longhouse, which you would be somewhat familiar with your goblin background and more tribal nature, you know that a longhouse is really meant for a meeting, gathering, and a place to eat inside the village. However, this longhouse seems to be gutted. In it are a row of tables with more of these cultist-like individuals standing inside, some that you've never seen yet. And you are strapped to one of these tables. And as you are strapped there waiting, you can hear some of them chanting around you. They aren't actually in your line of sight as you lay on this table. Also, being magically deaf, you don't know what they're doing to you. But eventually you hear one of them gasp, and whispering starts spreading around the room. Eventually one of them spits in or you can hear them spit, you don't know where it lands, but it sounds like it's in your general direction, and goes, this thing, this ugly little green thing, they seem to be immune to magic. And that's also kind of the first time you realize that magic has no effect on you as well. But it terrifies you that they're trying to perform magic on you. And as this person you can't see speaks, you hear a couple of them start screaming in pain and anguish as a scent of burning skin and hair enters your nostrils. Another one of them curses, or at least what you assume is a curse in another language. And it seems like, again, you can't see, but it seems like one of them's carried out, one or two of them is carried out of the longhouse, before you're eventually left there for a couple of hours, just strapped to a table as people enter and leave the room, before you're eventually released and led back into the area where the other prisoners are being held. And when you're led back there, there's only a handful of prisoners left, and Another day passes as you see less and less people in the village. And at the end of the second day, you hear the marching return of another group of prisoners, and you can only see them outside of the gate as they're immediately led past the village and deeper into the forest. And eventually, the morning of the next day is when you find this intrepid group of hunters entering your village. Or the village, not your village.
The village, okay.
Any questions?
Thank goodness I heard. Again, not at the moment, but I will DM you if I have any questions.
Yep. So that is your experience here so far.
Fun.
So
definitely not traumatizing whatsoever.
No, not at all. So yeah. Any if there's no questions at the moment, just hit me up. But just try and remember what I told you here. I will be posting this on YouTube if you want to re-listen to what I said here. I did obviously anybody can listen to it as well, but I did ask them not to. So I can only assume they won't. But if you need a refresher of what I said, you can listen to it on YouTube once I post the video.
Yeah. I will also go write down all this stuff.
Awesome. That's what I like to hear.
For the next session.
So yeah, if you have nothing else, that officially ends the session. And I hope I know we only got to you quite late. I meant to get to you with a little bit more time. But once that question was asked of you and we were past the end time, I realized that was the perfect time to end the session. So
yeah, but I enjoy this. I can't wait to see the payoff that is going to happen next session.
Yeah, the payoff will definitely be the next session. That's also when I'm going to get you your iron weapon. Basically, you're just going to like pull it off of like one of the houses. So be like, oh, I don't have weapon. Here's big metal stick. Pulls off of a house and makes it collapse. Have weapon.
Yeah, I was thinking this.
So that's how you'll get your weapon. Something along those lines.
That's a fun idea.
So we have another small mystery on our hands as we end. And we continue leading ourselves forward through the muck and mire. So don't worry. I'm probably going to introduce at least the start of another combat session. Another combat at the next session, so I spice it up a little bit. So hopefully it doesn't just go from mystery to mystery.
Honestly, it's that's up to you as DM. So
yeah, but I like to pace it a little bit, you know. And honestly, the pacing's been a little slow for my tastes. I feel like I've spent too much time on this stuff, so it's whatever. But as long as people are enjoying it, that's all that matters. All right, we're done. I'm going to stop the recording and hop out of chat so I can go play my new game, Rogue Trader.